This season there were changes in the rules, which should not really affect that much the top alliances. However, they should affect the outcomes of the mid and low tier alliance batches. Now let's have a look at those changes and also see what the impact can be. The most important one, I think it is the most important one, is the reduction of defenders. You used to be able to have 30 defenders in a building, now it's down to 25, which means it should be easier for an attacking alliance to capture a building. Now there are new stratagems, 3 of them. The first one is the Dragon's Might. It can be used on a single building occupied by allies. Once activated, a shield will be generated around this building for 1 minute, and you can use it 1 time per match. This is great, for instance, when you want to do a swap, or if you have a building that just needs more reinforcing troops coming in and you need more time for this. Then you have the Dragon's Roar. It can be used a single time on a building occupied by an enemy, and once activated, it randomly dismisses 5 reinforcement troops with at least 1 remaining, and it can be used 2 times each round with a cooldown of 5 minutes. This is great if you're rallying a building and you want to already kick out 20% of the deployments that are defending it, or if you have a building which has a few troops left and you just want to kick out most of these so you can solo it. Then the last one is the Dragon's Fury. It can be used as a single building occupied by enemies. Once activated, the troops in that building cannot be recalled for 3 minutes. This is an interesting one. It would be nice if you have a building, let's say, that is being reinforced very fast because you rallied it once and those reinforcements are really weak. You can use it because then the next rally round on it, you should have pretty weak defenders that you can attack, and those weak defenders with, let's say, a low amount of troops, they cannot be swapped out for bigger deployments. Now let's have a look at Alliance Conquest itself. A big change are the mines. You used to be able to get them at 15 minutes prior to the end. That's now to 20 minutes before the end, so you can battle for them faster. Before, these mines, they would hold 14,000 points each. That's now down to 9,000. And per occupation, previous time it was 70 per minute, and that's down now to 40 per minute. So before you had 14,000 points that could be claimed within 7 minutes. Now there are 9,000 points, and now it will take 9 minutes to empty each mine of the points. So overall, less points for the mines, and they show up earlier and you can battle longer for them for the points. So before, having the buildings would get you points per minute and the buffs that these buildings had by themselves. Now combinations of buildings will also give you additional buffs. For instance, if you have the Mother and the Warrior, the healing speed will go up by 20% and you'll get a total base attack of 10. Having Mother with an outpost, you get an additional healing speed of 50%, and having Warrior and outpost, you get a total base attack of 15. Which actually means that if you would have Mother and Warrior and any of the outposts, you get all 3 bonuses. Now, if you go for the faction, having Targaryen Port and the Targaryen Stronghold, you'll get a rally size increasement of 200,000. If you also have the outpost of the Targaryens, you will get an additional 120 minutes bonus points, which in the end should be over 5,000 if you hold all these 3 buildings the entire match. The same applies for the Lannister faction. And combined, having these buildings will really impact a lot. Now, if you have Lannister Port, Targaryen Port and Castle Rock, their total base health will be increased by 5 base points. Having the strongholds in Castle Rock, you will also get a total base health points of 5. So it's nice to focus on having groups of buildings. In the beginning, when you do not have the additional healing speed from the preparation, yeah, it would be worth it to really go for Mother and an outpost just to get those 50% extra healing speed. However, the further you get into the event, the less impact of having Mother will be for your healing speed. Now overall, these changes should make AC and UC as a consequence more attractive. Do I like the changes? Yeah, I like them a lot. I'm not playing in a top tier alliance, so having these new stratagems that can affect the outcomes, I like them a lot. There are several strategies involved with them, and having buildings giving bonuses for having combination of them, yeah, that's nice to have. So overall, nice changes.